Hello, welcome back to my sock tutorial. Thank you for stopping by. Next video, we are going to, in this video, we're going to switch from the blue color to the beige and basically just knit the foot part. A little bit of an explanation here. The tip, we won't cover the tip in this video, that will be the last video. The tip amounts to roughly 1.5 inches, just maybe a little bit more than 1.5 inches. So you want to calculate the tip into the full length of the foot. This person that I'm making the sock for, the foot part measured 11.5 inches. So I'm just barely making it here with the 11.5 inches, measuring from the very back of the heel, the center of the heel, to the tip of the foot. But of course it's stretching a little bit as well, so I want this sock to be snug. So 11.5 inches from the heel to the tip. Okay, so that means from where we ended here with the blue color, from the end of the heel, we finished the heel part, to when we're changing color again here is roughly 8 inches, a little more than 8 inches. But you can measure that on your foot, and it all depends on how big you want to make that foot, how long the foot is. So you just continue with the beige color or whichever color you chose until we start the section with the tip, and that's going to be a round tip. This person has more, the toes are more equal in length, so that's why I chose this tip. If it was for my feet, I have a very long middle toe. I would prefer for my own feet to make it a pointed tip. But this is the sock I already finished. Now we're getting to the second sock here. I'm going to finish with the blue color here in just a second, and we still have our stitch marker here, reminding us that these two stitches actually belong on the onto the third needle. So we'll get them back onto the third needle since we're finished with the heel now. Okay, let me just unravel myself here. I already knitted the first needle, as that was the finish of the heel. So we'll just continue on with the blue color until we get to the end of the fourth needle. Okay, and as always, we're all tangled up in yarn. As I said, those two actually belong on the first needle. So let me get these stitches back on here where they belong. And then we'll just continue on. And all it's going to be is knit stitches. So we're in stitch 3 here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is a pretty simple part here. Just making sure we have 14 stitches on each needle again. Okay, 2, 3, split the yarn here a little bit, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's get those 2 stitches back on here. 13, 14. We can take that stitch marker out now. And I actually had cut off the beige color because I don't want the yarn to continue on over the heel. That's just not gonna look right or feel right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I thought I made a mistake. I just grabbed the loop that wasn't a stitch, so I'm just going to knit back real quick. That just didn't look right. This was just a loop. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And this is where I'm going to cut off the blue yarn. I apologize for the sound of my chair. I guess I need to buy a new chair. Let's cut off the blue and continue on with the beige. Now my first sock, I did the color change with a crochet slip stitch, and I don't like that for the foot part because I'm very sensitive as far as my foot. If I step on a little knot, it bothers the hell out of me. So I decided on the second sock I'm going to do the color change a little bit different. So I'm just going to use this beginning of the beige and kind of crisscross it with the end of the blue. And I'm just going to knit the first few stitches with both of these yarns, okay? And we'll just continue on with the knit stitch. Knit stitch. If you're knitting socks, you should be fully aware of what a knit stitch is. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to knit any socks anyways. So I did about 5 stitches. You can do a few more if you want. And from here on out, I'll just continue on with knit stitches. Take that stitch marker out as well. I forgot. So when you do this, you see, obviously you see a little bit of the color change, and it's going to be just the same way I did it here on the tip. That's what it looks like. Okay, you see a little bit of both of the colors, but it's really not that bad. And of course it's going to be on the back side of the sock, on the underside, okay, on bottom of the foot, so nobody's going to see that while you wear the sock. So we can just continue on here. And of course I've already finished one sock, so I will count how many rounds I did in the beige, and I will knit the same amount of rounds in beige on this sock. I'm just going to continue on here for a moment to see if I can show you the beginning and or the area here on the side of the heel, to see how big these holes turned out or didn't. Remember, we kept 2 stitches from the second and third needle on the first and fourth to avoid having big holes. But here on this side I still see a little bit of a hole, so I might do something afterwards to correct it a little bit. It always seems, of course I'm not a complete pro with socks, it always seems like one side shows a little bit of a hole and the other side doesn't. So maybe in the future I will still learn something to avoid that. And if you have any tips, you are more than welcome to leave me some tips in the comments. Although I'm teaching others how to knit certain things, doesn't mean I know it all. I'm always open to learning more. And I'm always continuously practicing. Nobody's perfect. But here, as I said, on this side it looks pretty good. I don't see any holes. It looks pretty nice and even. So I'm going to continue on with my beige for the entire foot until we get to the beginning of the tip. You see it doesn't look all that bad, that transfer of colors. Don't like this hole here. I'm sure I'll come up with something to make it look a little better. Well, again, thanks for watching. Thank you for knitting socks with me. And I hope to see you in the last video, where we will knit this round tip and also stitch the very end together. So if you like what you see in here, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe and share with others. And see you soon.